What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the archives. As you can see, we have a Ford F-250 here, and we're going to restore this one. So the first thing we got to do is drag it out. It's been sitting here since 2016. This thing is awesome. I've noticed it probably about every other day driving by this road, and finally, I wanted to sell it, so we bought it. Come along with us because we have a big project on this thing. We're going to keep it all original, or do you think we should do some swapping around on motors? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Stick around because we got a lot to do to this thing. Dragging her out from the spot there, she's got a little flat tire. All the other ones were pretty good. Like I said, he said it's on the road since 2016, so this one here is about the only low one. It's not even flat, which is great. If this truck was sitting on the ground, it'd be in pretty bad shape. The frame looks good. I'm going to show that to you. We'll get this aired up. We're going to take it, pull it on the road, then hook it up to the old Ford over there, the 250, and then we're going to drag this 250 home, put it in the parking lot, and then we're going to work on it here and there. They're still a little rusted though.
Easy there.
Not much. There's some fluid in there at the bottom. Time to take this old girl back to the house and get this thing out of its original state. So my hair's blowing in the wind.
One eternity.
All right, guys, as you can see, we got the truck back to the house. Obviously it's a different day. The reason for that, it's been cold, it's been snowing, it's been raining, and today's actually pretty nice. It's about 65, a little breeze, so I figured I'd go back at it. In that time, I've bought some parts for this Ford. I've also got the title to it, which is an awesome thing to do when you find something of this age. I'm gonna give you a quick tour. We're gonna walk around this thing. Today, I think I'm gonna get the gas tank out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. So the first thing here, it's got a 71 front end. So this is a 1968. You can tell these slots here, normally the ones are kind of graded a little more. I don't know if I'll keep this or switch back. And if you look over here, it's missing the headlight. I have bought a headlight and I've got on eBay, and we're missing the ring, the retaining ring. So I went ahead and bought it. And in the back there is the other side. So it's the matching. Inside here, it does have a cracked pretty much dash pad here. Probably end up taking this off, kind of seeing what it looks like. Normally they're metal under here, so we'll just keep that. Somebody put a 6x9 speaker and they really ruined that. Kind of cut into the metal and squished it down. It does have the F-250 emblems. I may throw those back on it, get these things cleaned up. What's awesome is whoever took this apart kept the little nuts, so we don't have to go find those. So look in here into our great glove box. Here's the letters. And I believe all of them are here. So we got Ford. There's the F-O-R-D. And these actually go on the front of the hood. You'll see the holes for these, and they all have the nut. So we're gonna throw those bad boys back on it probably. There's a few odds and end pieces, very cracked. For the light back here. Now one thing that you'll notice on this truck, the interior is blue. You can tell it's blue from the door jambs and the dash. but the outside is orange. So I'm kind of curious if somebody has actually painted this thing orange and sanded it in some spots to make it look like a patina look. Because if you look at the cow on the front of the truck, it's blue. So I imagine this truck was blue all the time. We're gonna need another door panel. The one right here is missing. This thing here is a 4-speed. Somebody's put some manual gauges in here, so I'm curious to see if any of these factory ones work. There's the gas tank, which we'll be pulling out. Take this carpet off. There's a few bolts. Back off in here, and then we'll undo the line from the bottom. We'll see how hard it is to get that thing out there. It's got the utility bed. Let's get some carburetors. That's one thing I like about this truck. Feels very heavy duty. This is a 3/4 ton truck, so here's the bed. It seems they've kept a lot of parts, as well as spare parts, which is good. Never know what you'll find. Here's that piece of trim for the headlight. They've kept it, but I could not find the retaining ring for that headlight, that bulb itself, which is over here. Here's a couple of the door pads for your armrest or your holding pad to get your door shut, which are pretty far gone, as you can see. There's your master cylinder. So they have a few pieces of trim. And you never know if you're gonna have a fire. So we got a fire extinguisher, which was dated in 2009. So that's always good to know. When you have 2 fire extinguishers on board. All these tires hold air, except for that one over there. The body itself looks pretty straight, as you can see. It's not rotted out. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid. And then here's a shot of underneath the truck. It is pretty rusty. It's got some surface rust. Looks like somebody's put exhaust on here. But there's no holes in the floor yet. As far as I can see, we're gonna get it on the lift. So we're gonna get this fuel tank out, which should just be these little bolt clips. And we're gonna take off the unit, which is all of this stuff. We're gonna replace everything, the whole 9 yards. So we're gonna get this thing out, which is just going down into the floorboard. Alright, got the first piece out. May try to clean this thing up a little bit. It's not too rough, but you don't want that going down right in your new gas tank. Get that out. Go get the other bolt out. So all that's really left is to pull the tank. It's actually fairly light. I don't think there's much gas in here. All right, got the gas tanks out. It's not bad. Looks pretty good back here. You can see the corners. They're not too rotted. Looks pretty good. Seems to be a solid old girl. Here's the gas tank. A little bit of gas in there. We're gonna take these clips off though. You gotta have these clips put on the new gas tank. And we'll put the new one back in. It should fit right back into this hole. So now that we've got the gas tank out, I just undid the fuel line from the top of the tank here. We get this thing vacuumed up. Then we're gonna put the new tank in it. Once we get the new tank in, we're gonna put new spark plugs in it, new wires. I got all of that. We get all rigid, get her to work. Looks to me like a rat nest. Kinda got under the seat and used this as bedding. Let's go ahead and get all this vacuumed up while we're back here. One thing I do want to show, you see that right there? It looks like a snake skin to me. I wonder if a snake was living in this thing. Oh man, I hate snakes. Look at all those little ants. Can you see those little black dots moving? They should not be moving. What in the world? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out, put it in the bed of the truck, and then we're gonna get a box, put all this crap in. That's what happens. That's what happens when you go to clean a car. You end up going further than you wanted to, but honestly, it probably hadn't been cleaned since 2016, maybe even before then, I don't know. Yeah, so you can see we got all of the stuff gone. One day we'll pull the seats out and get all under here. She looks a million times better. But we gotta do that. We got to address the ants. Got the passenger side clean. Some chemical to get some of that dirt out of there. But overall, much better. Now we'll go over here and do this side. All the bugs, dead bugs. Dirt, debris. High beam and low beam, which is not working. Alright guys, I got it cleaned up. Let's check it out. Much better. I know on camera it may not look the best. If you remember what it looked like before. Here's kind of an ideal. I just had some VLR, which is junk. And I ended up just going and getting a degreaser. Super Clean is a great one. I always use it. I didn't even dilute it for this. I'm not trying to get this thing ultra clean. I just want to get it to a point where all the spiders or whatever grubby bugs have been in here for years. That's the goal. So I went ahead over here and got the gas tank out. We're gonna take this one around, check it out. Oh, she looks sweet. Gonna get the sending unit out. Exactly what I thought. She's a little rusty. I don't even know where the float is. she is certainly rusted over. See that? So, I'm glad that we got a new tank. Honestly, I didn't try to start it too much because I had a gut feeling, but that's just off of my finger. So, that's how rusted it is. Out with the old. Alright, here's the new part here. We got a new send-in unit from Auto Metal Direct. I ordered it from Summit Racing as well as the gas tank, which they are awesome. So check out Summit. I'm not sponsored, but I do get some good parts. Here is the new float. Here's what it should look like. Even has a new gasket on it. Stick that bad boy in there. Here is the old one that we just took out. I wanted to see what that tank looked like. And obviously, as you can see, it's pretty rusty. And I don't even know where the float is. I don't see it. Anyways, out with that one. And in with the new one. This bad boy here is from Summit. I'll tell you the part number in the description, so that way if you're looking for a 68, here it is. Here's what it should look like. It's angled. Here's the float. Doop, 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 doop. Tells you how much gas you got. Tells your gauge. One thing you want to do if you're starting to restore or want to even try to get a truck running, especially this bad boy here that's been sitting since 2016, and I think the guy even said it's been sitting before that because he found it in a barn. You want to make sure that your gas is good, and the first thing to start is the gas tank. A lot of times you'll see people cut the line and they'll run an extra gallon of gas from a separate tank or something just to even see if they can get it to run. So we're going to get this together. We're going to stick this on the new gas tank here, and we're going to shove her right in there. First thing we're going to do is we're going to throw this handy dandy gasket here on. We're going to throw this piece on. Beautiful. So, get these things over here. Let's get this thing slapped in there. Alright, so I got it in there. Now we just got to put the bolts in. I'll pull this plug. I want to keep this probably closed for now. I need to get a new pipe to go from here to the filler tube, but here's this. We're going to replace all of this line that goes underneath to the carburetor, or actually the fuel pump, and then from the fuel pump to the carburetor, we're going to get all new line. So, there it is. Beautiful she is. Much needed. Thanks, Summit Racing. Also, we talk about this decal for a second. This is the Lord's Gym. The sin of the world. Bench press this. 1992. Man, that's awesome. Bench press this. Gas tank, check. Sending unit, check. Let's make our way to the engine. Let's do some spark plugs real quick. Let's go ahead and get some new plug wires and spark plugs itself. That way it goes a little quicker whenever we get to the shop. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're gonna do some Motorcraft spark plugs. Since this is an 8-cylinder, we're gonna do 8 of them. We've already got the carburetor off, and we got new wires too. Because normally when you don't look horrible, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. that. Pretty dirty. Not bad, but I've seen worse. Here's your good view. Old and new. Motorcraft, and looks like they use maybe a AC. Torque these down to spec here. Little fucking dug action. Looks good to me. We got all new spark plugs. We got all new wires going to the distributor cap. We're gonna keep that the same for now. I am gonna vacuum up just a little bit around the edges so that way when he goes to put in the carburetor, there won't be junk going down in there. And then I may go ahead and put a new fuel pump on here. It doesn't look too difficult. Take off these lines, get all new fuel line. We're gonna get this ordered as well as this piece that goes up to the carburetor. This piece goes up to the gas tank. But that does it. Next time you see this thing, it may be on a trailer headed over. It may still be here. I don't know. So, if you want to see some things on this truck, make sure you leave them in the comments. I'm always looking for ideas of what you want to see as a viewer. So, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out the other videos on this truck. And we'll see you next time. Take care.